Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to part 5 of our WordPress business website tutorial series. We left off last time right here. I was just kind of showing you guys a little bit about Themify. There's so much more to it than what we covered, and we're going to get it kind of real time as we go. I think that one of the best ways to learn in life is to actually get challenged with a really hard problem, even if you don't know the answer, and then just start working towards the answer, because you start asking all the right questions versus in the beginning you don't know what to ask really. And so we're just going to kind of do this as we go, and you'll be able to see how I change stuff, change menus, add logos in, and then all that stuff. So one thing I want to talk about today though is I wanted to sidetrack over and talk about colors, because color schemes are pretty important for determining a website, and a lot of people don't even think about color. And I'm going to show you kind of a cool feature that Adobe has that's been around for a while, and a lot of people don't even know this exists. It is called Kuler, Kuler.adobe.com. I'll put a link in the description. Kuler.adobe forwards to color.adobe. I know it from when it was Kuler. Let's see. And so here what you're going to find is you're going to go to up here to Trends or Explore. Either one's fine. Trends is going to show you what's currently trending in their color designs. It's all popping in right now. All right. And it's going to give you palettes of colors like graphic design, posters to logos to branding. And you see what's happening here is underneath it all, it has the color swatch, right? It has the layout of all the colors that were used to determine these things. And so let's actually go to Explore. And let's type in Flower Shop. And let's see what we come up with. All right, now as you can see, these are color schemes that users have created for for flower shops, and they're meant to kind of give you they're meant to be really complementary palettes and colors for determining what you want your flower shop to look like. And you could really type this in for anything. I mean, they have literally colors for anything. I mean, I built a martial arts website not a long time ago, and I typed in judo, and I'll show you that one just to give you an example of something different. And so the judo color scheme comes up, because I did judo for a long time, by the way, and I ended up using, I believe, this one here. Yeah, it was this one. Or what was it? Yes, it was this one right here. And I ended up using this one to build it, and it turned out really great. But back in our flowers example, we have our flowers, and so we can actually go through here and we can pick a color scheme that we really want for our flower site. Another thing is, this is something that can be presented to the customer, not this particular this whole Explorer and all that. I mean, you could, if you want to show them it and say, hey, you could actually copy this link right here and email it to them and say, go pick a color scheme, basically, right? And you can make your text a color, your background a color, and all that. So in the example of our starter website, let's say that we wanted to set this outer background, the body background, as one of these stock colors. Let's say that we wanted, Bob decided, okay, I really like blues. I really want some nice blue flower colors. So let's say that Bob came through here and he selected a color scheme that had a lot of nice different colors for us to work with. He selected something that had a nice broad range, and he selected maybe this one here. All right, so in here we have this color library, and let's download. I think I'm going to download it as XML. Copy as XML, and then if we go to our text editor, we can paste it in there. And now we have our RGB color scale for these colors from left to right. Another thing is, if you have Jing, which I kind of recommended it, Jing, in an earlier video, you can actually snapshot this and save it into the folder where you're developing. And I'll go ahead and do that as well. All right, so on our desktop, I'm just going to save it right there, and now I have the color scheme saved onto our desktop. And then also you can add it to your library if you have an account, and you can download the color scheme and all that. But in this case, we're just going to leave it right here because we can copy it by clicking. So let's say that we wanted our outside color to be a dark blue. Well, we could copy this right here, which copies it to our clipboard. Head on back, go to the back-end editor of the page, because I believe you do it back here. And under page appearance, you have the body, and it has a body background color. Well, we can easily just paste that color in that we just grabbed. And also another thing is, remember out here you have a scroller for how, if you want it transparent or lighter in the white. Let's just give it 65% transparency. And let's save that, and I'll show you what it looks like on the front end. So now this outside is going to have that lighter blue to it. right? And maybe we don't like it. Maybe it's too blue, maybe it's too whatever, and we want to change it. That's no problem. We can change it and edit it whatever way we want. Let's actually go back and let's make it a little lighter. So in the body, I mean, this is kind of like real time, you guys. We're kind of developing this real time together. So, because I know that most people want to see actually like looking at color schemes websites, they don't want to just see a finished website build. There's tons of videos you can see where somebody just shows you a video and then shows a finished website at the end. All right, so there's a little bit lighter. That's a little bit better. It doesn't distract so much from the main content. But now we have included a color in our scheme that should complement on some of these other colors. I mean, I know it's a little lighter than the dark. I mean, the dark is really meant to complement on these. But for a background, I don't know if we really want it that dark. If we did, we could leave it that dark. It'd be no problem. And then also we could take this main content here and we could give it a border, and that would have made a difference too. So like if we would have left it as dark as it originally was, say 100%, and then we wanted to put a border on the content, I'm pretty sure we do that in our page options, or we do that on the front page itself, or on the builder. I can't remember exactly the section. It could also be in the Themify settings or in the appearance customize. I know there's a spot to do it though. You can give the entire outline of this like a white stroke. I'm just going to go ahead and save that and throw it back out. And it's quite a bit darker. I'm not really a huge fan of the dark of it. I think it's a little too dark for my taste personally, but there's, if that's also what Bob came in and said, hey, I love this is what I want, then we would leave it. But in our particular case, I think I might go a little lighter. I kind of wanted the flower shop to have a little bit lighter colors. So let's go back to the page appearance once again, the body, and let's just run this back down to 35. 34 is fine. All right, and there it is, a little lighter again. And also you could make it a little bit different too if you wanted to pull that purple off there and just show the flowers being shoved in. That would also make this a lot brighter too on the blue background. All right, but the point I was wanting to really show today was using Kuler Adobe to outline or to find colors for your site, and then we would use. Actually, let me just go forward on that. We would actually use those colors for changing our other sections as well. Like say we wanted to use this orange in our site, we could go down to a section like this, like great experience, and we could turn on the builder. Or say that we wanted this right here to have it. So we'd hover over its, you could do it through this styling or do it through the purple. No, it could be the styling in this. Yeah, it was the styling in this. So there it is. Oh, there it is. And now we changed the color on that. We could also pull that a little lighter if we wanted it a little lighter. It doesn't have to be so dark. But let's just say we chose to have it like that. And actually the reason why it didn't darken up was because I set it solidly on the wrong div underneath it. And actually it made it darker because the blue behind it is darker. So when we gave it transparency, it actually got a little bit darker. So we just turned that up. All right. And so now what we're doing is we're going to start pulling colors together that are a matched color scheme that would make sense. And I really don't like this at all right here because it has that blue behind it. It would look better without that blue behind it if it was just this color. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to pick colors that go together, and we're probably going to work based on this color palette right here just because. And we're going to change all the colors of our website, our header, our footer area, and everything to match that color, which we'll probably handle in the next video. We're going to lay out the basics and set our headers and footers and our menu and all that. And I think I'm just going to end it right there and wrap it up because this video was purely about picking your color scheme. That's where I wanted to stay with it, was showing you this resource, Kuler.adobe, Kuler.adobe.com, for setting your colors. And that's going to help you a lot when you're just trying to come up with what colors look great, what color schemes all go together, or what's kind of a good palette of colors versus just picking stuff out of the air. And this is a great way to do that. So that's going to wrap us up for video 5. Like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys in part 6.